Hey YouTube, coming back at you on some golf cart information. I made a video here about a month ago on loading a golf cart and how to secure it. This one's going to be actually just basic operation because people might rent a golf cart at a campsite. They may buy a new one. This is for a golf cart that is gas. So a little different when it's electric, but really operation is pretty similar other than you're not putting gas in it and you're charging it. So I'm just going to jump on real quick, go through the basic operation of it. Excuse me, it seems pretty elementary, but you know, if nobody's ever done it before, this is a way you can operate these and be safe in doing it. Back up and show a little picture of the golf cart I have. Mine's a, I think it's a 2018 chassis. It used to be electric, and then there's a company in the Midwest that modifies these to make them gas. This one has a 13.5 horsepower Kawasaki engine in it. They put a new body on it and paint it and put a little lift kit and tires on it, so it's kind of nice. But it is gas. It's pretty efficient. Seats 4, and it's a lot of fun. We take it to our campground or campsite and run around with the grandkids and such. But it's nice. They seem to hold their value very well. There's a lot of them around. They have a lot of torque as well too, so I've pulled race cars with them before and such, but this is about all there really is to for operation parts on it. Gas pedal, a brake pedal, which is a 2-position brake pedal. Right now it has a parking brake on it. It kind of folds in half when you press it hard, and I'll show that operation of it as well too. A key on, key off. This model here has a horn, turn signals, and parking lights and such like that. A lot of them don't have. That's just one of the features they had, you know, when we purchased it. Over here, there's really only 2 things you have to look at. On the far left side is a choke, just like the old carbureted engines, which this is. When it hasn't been run for a day or a couple hours in between, you pull that out while you're hitting the gas a little bit, and then push it back in. And it's spring loaded, so it'll give it a little more fuel into the bowl to get it going. This button right here is forward, neutral, and reverse. Right now it's in the forward position. So the way these things start is you turn the key on right here and nothing will happen. It's just like it'll just be quiet. So all that does is that energizes everything and turns the starter on. What starts the vehicle is the gas pedal. So when you depress the gas pedal, it initiates the starter to come on, and there's a centrifugal clutch in there, and just like a snowmobile. And as you give it more gas, it closes that clutch onto the belt, and the belt is what turns the drive tires. So it's pretty simple, but it's really like a snowmobile. Some people modify these to go very fast, and they put snowmobile engines in them because they adapt very easily. That's, I guess, for another day. But this one's a lot of fun. We have some grandkids and the dogs, and we really enjoy it. We have a pond out here, so I put rod holders on it, and we put our fishing poles on it, and this actually folds back over. Grab it here to make a flatbed, and we do a lot of gardening with it as well too. I have a big garden and mowing and such like that, so it's really handy. I had it out yesterday, jacking up some stairs on a porch, so it works very well. So right now I'll go ahead and set this over here so you can see some of the basic operation. Again, you know, don't blow me up because this is pretty elementary, but if nobody's ever run one before, I'm sure it'll be very helpful. Okay. The first thing, this one's pretty cold. I'm just getting out of the garage. It's first thing in the morning. So I'm going to turn the key on right there. The brake's all pressed in. This is what it sounds like. Or when you hit the gas, it'll release. So you can use this for a brake on the big pad. But if you want to park it, it says park right here. Probably can't see it there. And it's a 2-position, so it clicks, and then click it twice, and your emergency brake's on. It's not going to go anywhere. So leaving that the way it is, I got the key on. I'm just going to touch the gas, and you'll be able to hear it start. That's it. When I touch the full choke lever out a little bit. And here, pull up gas a little more. It's good to go. So if I press this harder, it'll release the brake. Just like that. But as soon as you let off the gas, the engine stalls. And that's what it's supposed to do. Don't be afraid of it. And you set the gas again, and it'll start to move. So that's forward. You can leave it in neutral, which is halfway in between. And here's reverse. Reverse is the same way as going forward. That's all you gotta do with it. So, pretty simple operation. I'm gonna press that down. Turn that key off. On this model here, it's a 2-position key. Halfway just to start it, then all the way over is when all the lights come on. Turn it back off. You can leave the key on when you're running around. It's not going to hurt anything. All it does is just make it available for the starter to kick on. It's not really going to drain the battery, but I wouldn't suggest to leave it like that for overnight and days on end. But if you're on a golf course and you're going to hit a hole, or if you're running to a campsite or the camp store, just for safety, you can turn it off. But it's not going to run the battery down. That's just for that information. But for safety facts, turn everything off, put the parking brake on, and I'll show you where to add the gas to it. I'm not sure if you can see from there. Right here is the gas tank. I'll grab the camera. And get a little closer here. This is what the engine looks like. Pretty simple. Almost, like I said, almost looks like a snowmobile on there. You see the belt that grabs the clutch. That's what makes it turn. And it's got a belt there for the generator, alternator that keep everything charged up. And there's your battery. Little hour meter. This holds about 5 gallons of gas, which is right here. The gas lid has a gauge on it as well too on this unit. And I'll tell you, I don't think I've used 5 gallons in 2 years. I try to keep it a little bit lower, so I use the gas out of it so it doesn't sit all winter long, because we store it in the winter. But I also put stabilizer in it so the gas doesn't get skanky as well too. But a lot of fun. Enjoy these a lot. They're not as expensive as getting a big ATV or a side-by-side. And if you're not going to go out there and run 50 miles an hour and you just want something to putt around your land, or these are really good. I mean, I've never gotten it stuck with these tires on it, but I don't go mudding with it either. It's been dirty before, running around the farm, but never been stuck with it. We got trails all over our farm, about 50 acres of them. So it's just a fun time to take the kids around and the grandkids and do some things. So that's it for this video. I'm going to make one right after this on loading this backwards if you can't put the tires up against the frame rail, how to secure these on a trailer if you don't have a piece of wood to block the tire, or you're not up against the frame of the trailer. Because this trailer actually has a motorcycle securement device on it, which I'm not going to be able to put the golf cart all the way up against the frame, which I always like to do. So I'll show you how to cross tie these to make sure that the vehicle doesn't move. See you next time.